Now, one of the strongest practices I know of, and it's becoming more and more widespread, and scientific research has verified the benefits of this practice that I highly encourage you to bring into your life for all of these amazing benefits that I'm going to share with you right now. It's called intermittent fasting. That means you eat for a certain window of time each day, and for the other hours of the day, you don't bring in any calories other than water or tea or things that don't have high caloric content or 0 calories, actually. So intermittent fasting literally changes the function of hormones, cells, and genes. Everything is related to your hormones, cells, and genes. And if you can upgrade your body, one of the best ways to do it is through this intermittent fasting. Helps you lose weight and fat. It can reduce things like your risk for type 2 diabetes, and it reduces oxidative stress and inflammation in your body. It's good for the heart. It's good for so many things. So what I do, and this is a very common way to do it, is I don't eat for 16 hours and I eat for 8. And that just means I skip breakfast. And some people wake up thinking, how am I going to miss breakfast this morning? This is a practice that takes time. Maybe you start eating at, instead of 8 a.m. when you wake up, eat at 9 for a week. Then the next week, eat at 10 a.m. Then the next week, 11. And your body will adjust. And it also helps to develop your willpower. You know, we are such slaves to our tongue and satisfying this desire for flavor that we are literally damaging our health just by the things that we eat. So I really encourage you, this is another way to become a master of yourself by mastering your tongue, which is a huge part of our life. Now, what that also can tell you is when you don't eat, you start to burn things in the body and you're detoxing. And it's an excellent way to remove a lot of the waste products from your body every single day. One of the major causes of health issues these days is overeating. Eating too much, eating too often. And if you are having this issue in your life, it needs to be addressed now, because the longer you wait, the more chances are that you will have health issues as a result of taking in literally just too much food too often throughout the day. So when you fast, your insulin levels drop and human growth hormone increases. And if you've been watching the course before this particular topic, we talked about how vital it is to have high levels of human growth hormone. It says it all right in that name, human growth hormone. We need this to be healthy, to continue to grow, and the erection absolutely needs high levels of human growth hormone. So intermittent fasting is a direct way to raise that human growth hormone in your body and give you that stronger erection. Also, your cells start to initiate important cellular repair processes which change the genes that they express. It helps you eat fewer calories and it boosts your metabolism. So one of the things that we can do is exercise to boost our metabolism, but also intermittent fasting. The good news is when your metabolism raises, you can actually eat a little bit more because you burn it faster. And this is something that I've experienced in my own life, is that the more I exercise, the more good food that I get to enjoy, because I need to feed these muscles and tissues and feed the metabolism that is burning this food for energy. So human growth hormone and being able to raise that metabolism are huge benefits of intermittent fasting. Not only that, but intermittent fasting has huge benefits against the process of aging and other diseases. So I hope you get the point by now that intermittent fasting is a holistic way to treat just about everything in the body. In the old days, in the ancient times, the yogis and the traditional medicine out of China said, eat less and you will live longer. And this is true today. So be aware of how much you're consuming, not just food, but how much you're consuming social media, how much you're consuming television, how much you're consuming all of these things that are feeding our brain and getting us addicted to this hyper stimulation. This is another reason why part of this course really focuses on calming down and finding that stillness within, because that stillness is where the body starts to heal itself. And when it's digesting food all day long, you're literally exhausting yourself. And you know how you feel after a big heavy meal. You want to take a nap, you need to lay down, you need to unbuckle your belt and just go to sleep, because you are so busy digesting food and using the energy that could be used for other things like connecting with a partner, or creating something that's beneficial to the world, or improving a skill that you need to improve. There's a lot of reasons why we should start minimizing the amount of food that we take into our body with balance. It's not that we're trying to become rail thin or we're trying to fast to the point of making ourselves imbalanced. We want to find that medium ground, that middle ground that allows us to be at our optimal level. So all of the things that I'm sharing with you, I have experimented with for decades and found the most efficient and effective tools that I'm sharing with you. But I am not you, so you have to take these tools, put them into your toolbox, and then experiment with them with different combinations. I'm going to share with you the ways that they work for me and that they've also worked for lots of men that I know and that I've worked with, and you see for yourself by doing these experimentations on your own body and see what works best for you. So intermittent fasting helps reduce a lot of risk that we have from our diets, such as high blood pressure, heart disease, high cholesterol levels, and inflammation. And it helps to remove waste material from our cells. It activates what's called autophagy. And autophagy is a natural process in our human body. Our body is a miracle, and it automatically cleanses itself when it's given the opportunity to do so. If it's not working on digesting food, the body automatically starts to take out toxins. It takes out toxins with every exhalation that we do. Every time we go to the bathroom, when we perspire or sweat, there's a lot of ways that the body naturally cleanses itself. We just need to give it a little bit of rest so that it can do it in a way that helps bring us back to balance. The good news is that intermittent fasting also helps with brain health. It helps to increase the growth of new neurons. This is a miraculous thing, and fasting has been known for centuries by certain groups throughout the world as being beneficial, not only for the body, but also for the emotions, mind, and even for the spirit. And being able to connect to something when we're not busy digesting food helps us to open our mind and our consciousness to things that are outside of our body. Now, this might sound like it's an extraordinary feat, but for many people throughout the centuries, this has been a reality. Fasting leads to even higher states of consciousness, and it helps us to live healthier and live longer. So please start to try to experiment with this, but do so wisely. This is not a course on fasting, but I'm bringing this knowledge to you so that you start to bring more studies into your life and look for ways to overcome ED that are not based on taking a pill. And everything in this course will guide you to that place of being able to have that erection when you want it for as long as you want it.